Hello and welcome to Laurice's Kitchen. With the mercury inching back into the positive, I figured it was time to get back out on the grill. I'll be making flank steak Bordelaise tonight with an easy Bordelaise sauce and a bird's nest of roasted vegetables. To get started, we're going to have to travel back in time about 4 hours. I have 2 flank steaks that I've trimmed of some of their surface fat and then scored in a diamond pattern on the tops and the bottoms. This helps to keep the steak from shrinking when it's on the grill. They've been marinating for 4 hours in a very simple marinade of red wine vinegar, Worcestershire sauce, garlic, onions, and spices. We're going to leave them on the countertop to come to room temperature while we prepare our other vegetables. I have zucchini, carrots, and parsnips for my bird's nest vegetables. I'm going to be julienning them into long strips using this handy-dandy julienne peeler. Now, I don't generally endorse kitchen products, but this thing works like a charm. Now, if you're only cooking for 2 people, you would only need 1 zucchini, 2 carrots, and 1 parsnip. And we're only going to be using the greens from the zucchini. Getting into the flesh, it's just too spongy. So let's get started. Together, and then toss this with just about 2 tablespoons of olive oil and some salt and pepper. And then we can just place these in little bird's nests on the baking sheet. Now I have this covered with just a little bit of parchment paper. We're going to be topping our bird's nest vegetables with just about 1/2 cup of toasted walnuts. We'll cook these on top of the stove in about 2 tablespoons of canola oil. I'm also going to season these with just a little bit of salt and pepper. We're just going to toast these around in this pan for about 3 minutes, just until they barely start to brown. We do not want to burn these at all. My oven is preheated to 350 degrees. These will be roasting for 30 minutes. When we put these in, we're going to go out and turn on the grill to preheat, and then we're going to get started putting the sauce together. That just leaves us with our easy Bordelaise sauce. I have 3 tablespoons of butter, 1/2 cup of chopped green onions, 2 tablespoons of flour, and a teaspoon of dried thyme. We'll be simmering all of this in 10 ounces of beef consommé and 1/2 cup of tawny port. We're going to let this simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes. It does need to thicken, and then we're just going to keep it warm until everything is ready to go. I have a 2.5 quart saucepan on over medium-high heat. We're going to start with our butter, then we're going to add our green onions and allow those to sweat for just a little bit until they soften up. Then we're going to add the rest of the ingredients and allow it to simmer. Okay, these are softened nicely, so we'll add in the thyme. And then sprinkle in the flour and stir to combine. We're just going to let this flour cook for about a minute so that it doesn't make our sauce pasty. Okay, and now we'll add in our beef broth and our wine. Well, we're using port. You could also use wine. This meat is going to go out on a very hot grill. Now I'm going to turn the grill down to medium so that we're not cooking it at so hot a temperature, but I do want those grill grates to be very hot. We're going to be cooking it for 4 minutes aside, and then we're going to bring it in and let it rest while we get everything else together. It's time to give this flank steak a taste. It's nice and tender. That Bordelaise sauce is unbelievable. Let's see if I can get some of these vegetables. Still just perfectly enough crisp. Wonderful. I've got zucchini, carrots, and parsnips for my bird's nest vegetable. What are we doing with them?